So okay. So basically, EWM is a part of supply chain management. Okay, and in supply chain management, we have different modules like APO, transportation management, and EWM is one of the module within a supply chain management. Okay, so basically, like EWM is extended warehouse management. That means we had a WM, that is called as logistic execution, from the beginning itself, around 2003. Okay, but as like business evolved, okay, and they realized like they want advanced functionality in warehouse management. Okay, otherwise what they need to do, like big companies where they are using warehouse management, they used to customize their system as per their requirement. So as a result of that, what happens, like there is a performance issue and the complexity, and that is again the overhead in terms of maintenance and all. Okay, but after like SAP has around 2007 or 9, they come up with the extended warehouse management. Okay, so that means that they had an option to implement EWM management, okay, in a separate box. Okay, because it's not a part of the ECC functionality. It is completely altogether is a different sets of transactions. Okay, so SAP used to provide this solution in a different server. Okay, and in backend we used to connect with the ECC system. Okay, so that is the EWM. That means that it supports the advanced functionality. So in the warehouse management, there was I will say that simple process it used to support. But in case of EWM, we can say like it's kind of advanced, or we can say complex process as per the business requirement. EWM is providing. Okay, so then now like if you look at like from 2014, SAP has come up with S4 HANA. Okay, so as a result of that, what happened, like uh, it is kind of system, wherein it was provide the ECC solution as well as the EWM is also part of the same system. Okay, so I would call as ECC plus EWM functionalities are covered into the S4 HANA. So now the customer has the two option. Okay, either they can embedded deploy the EWM solution as a embedded solution, or they can deploy the solution as a decentralized system. Okay, so what is the difference between embedded and decentralized? Anyone can explain?
Well, into the centralized system, ECC and EWM are in the same box. Okay, under the same server, basically they are joint. In the decentralized one, ECC and EWM is deployed under their own box, basically SCM box, like a separate attribute server itself. So like that it is.
Okay, so I called as a embedded system and decentralized system, correct? Embedded system and decentralized. So in embedded, it means kind of centralized system, how the Sahil has explained. Okay, it means that we got the both the functionality in the one system. Okay, so that means business has the two options whether they can go with the embedded or the decentralized. Okay, in a decentralized, we are only executing the EWM transaction. So that is the difference. Okay, so now like what are the driving factors to decide like which one is the best option for the business basically? Okay, so So to understand this, there is some point based on that business will decide whether they have to go for the decentralized or embedded. Okay, in decentralized systems we don't have the downtime. Okay, because like the processes or the systems that is belongs to the EWM functionality. Okay, so in that case, because of the other component, for example other system, let's say ECC system, if that system is down, so your EWM functionality is also down. So that means that in decentralized systems, as it is a separate systems, we don't have the downtime. Whereas embedded systems, we have a downtime. Okay, downtime because of the other component upgrade. Okay, so that is the first point. The company will see whether they are bear that downtime or not. Accordingly, they will decide what they want basically. So then comes the more investment. So second point is related to the more investment. That means that when you have a two different systems, that means you need to invest more for the servers. Okay, then if it is an interface system, that means you would be having a more issues in terms of queues, and that we need to rectify on timely basis, otherwise it will create a mess. So that means that you need to have a more investment in case of decentralized. Okay, but in case of embedded system it is a less comparatively to the decentralized, because we need not to deploy that solution in a separate system. It is a one systems. This is the second factor. Okay, then third factor is comes to the master data point of view. Okay, in the decentralized system we need to transfer the material in form of SIF interface or IDOC from one system to the other systems. Whether in the embedded system, once the master data is available, that we can extend to the uh, to the EWM functionalities. So we need not to replicate this one. Similarly, it is applicable for the business partner or vendors, customers or material masters. Okay, and in case of transaction data, so transaction data we will be distributing it to the to the EWM system. For example, if we create the inbound delivery, so that will be distributed to the EWM component in case of embedded, but in case of decentralized, that will be transferred from one system to the other systems. Okay, so these are 4 5 points. Based on that, companies are deciding whether they have to deploy the decentralized solution or embedded solution. Okay, apart from that, like I would say that the performance issues, let's say your warehouse is very big, you know where operators are more and there are a lot of transaction is happening. Okay, that means we could have a performance issue if we adopt the embedded system. So for that one, SAP is suggesting that we need to deploy the solution in decentralized system. Okay, seems like he has problem. 1 second. Okay, so we talk about the performance. Okay, so when we are deploying the decentralized in that this is a dedicated system, that means that system will bear that much amount of the transactions, that won't be any downtime as such. Okay, hi Chandra, if you can hear
Hi,
us,
sir.
can you
Hi,
yeah, yeah,
Venkat.
yeah,
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 right.
yeah, Chandra.
Okay.
Chandra, just we have started it, okay? So
Oh,
we are
okay, okay, no problem.
completed some introduction, okay? And
Okay.
Chandra, just wanted to ask you, this time is suitable for you, weekend?
Yes, yes, it is suitable for me. You can continue.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, great, great. Okay, yeah. So, so these are the points based on that companies can decide which is the best option for them, okay? So, any doubts, any questions like you want to ask for this deployment options?
Actually, I have one question, Anand.
Yes, please.
So I read somewhere like SAP actually recommends a decentralized approach to the company. So like it is true, like it is like SAP best practice or how?
No, SAP has given the functionalities in terms of basic functionalities and advanced functionalities. For example, if you deploy the S4 HANA, in that by default you get the basic functionalities. Okay, but if you want the advanced functionalities, in that we need to go with the licenses. Okay, so that means embedded system itself able to cater the basic requirement and as well as the advanced requirement. Okay, so and in the one systems is everything is happening. Okay, and for that reason it depends like that's what again like the companies is having a more transaction, they have a bigger warehouse, so in that case they will check that whether they have to go with the embedded or decentralized one. So there are few companies they are deploying the solution as embedded and few companies they are using the decentralized approach. Okay, so it depends on like how big your warehouse, how is your process, it is more complex process or it is just a lean process, then they can deploy their solution in EWM embedded environment also. So it is not like any rule or recommendation, I would say that rather there are driving factors based on that companies are deciding. Is that answer your question, Sai?
Yeah. And also,
Okay.
can we like deploy it on S4 database only? Like AW can be actually deployed on S4 database only, or you can deploy some other databases as well, like Oracle, etc.
Yeah. So so basically we have like S4 HANA, correct? So in that
Hmm.
earlier like it was deployed in the Oracle database. Now we have the S4 HANA. That means that it is a S4 HANA systems. Okay, database will be the S4 HANA for the good performance. Okay, so the solution will be deployed on S4 HANA. So in this case, you may think about like you will be having a two systems in EW S4 HANA one systems. In that you will be performing ECC activity. That means procurement, then production, then
Yeah.
finance, invoicing, and all the activities you will be doing in one S4 HANA systems, and you will be having a separate S4 HANA systems. Even though there we can perform our other configuration also, but that configuration will not be doing it. We are doing only the EWM configuration only, and in that we are defining that our S4 HANA system is the decentralized system. Okay, there we are doing the configuration and we are doing the specific configuration there. So that is the approach.
Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah. And then like current version is yeah, S4 EWM 2023 version. Okay, and if you are also interested for the certification, like you can just take a note that the current certification is C underscore S4 EWM. Okay, this is the certification code 2023, the latest certification code, and it is cloud-based certification. Okay, so before moving to this, some additional information, just wanted to know, like Chandra, like whether you have a exposure in SAP.
Yes, yes. I have
You're
already used the SAP. Yeah.
SAP. Okay. So you all are aware about what is mean by master data, what is mean by transaction data, correct? Then
Yes.
you all are aware like what are the different modules involved in these systems. Okay. Uh, Yeah, so I will just brief you like current certifications is in cloud-based certification, and whatever the other certifications we had, it is valid till the March end. So now SAP is forcing the cloud certification in EWM. So then maybe the question will come like what will be the difference? Okay, so that means that the companies don't bother about the infrastructure expenses. They will just taken care of their processes. Okay, so it means that even it is a cloud certification, we will be doing the configuration as what we used to do it in case of on-premise solution. Okay, and only there will not be any basis activity, I would say, and this deployment options available in two options. So which is two options? One is private and other is public. So ACP's suggestion is the public one, okay, but because of the company's concerns, SAP suggested they can go with first private and then public. Okay, so so that is the I would say that the future path that SAP is projecting, because they will considering that business has to focus completely on their business activities rather than the infrastructures and all. Okay, so definitely they will be getting the benefit. So apart from more important benefit is that because of the uncertainty dynamics, uh, they want, or business is looking for the solutions, they wanted to adopt the solutions in lesser time. So for that one ACP has given a solution called as core clean. So there will be some questions related to the core clean and rest of questions related to the other EWM process. So in core clean, they more focus on the operation, okay, data, and integration and the extension. So from this point of view, they are suggesting that your operation should be clean operations. Data should be clean. That means there should not be duplications. Okay. Then integration point of view, SAP is suggesting that you need to adopt the integration. Those are standard provided integrations. We cannot use the other integration as such because it not support the core clean concept. What it mean? It means that when we do the upgrade your systems, that times what happen, either your integration get failed because of the upgrade, or because of the integration there are chances that your upgrade can fail. Okay, so because of that they are suggesting that your integration should be core clean. Okay, that means that they have certain provided tools in that there are standard integrations are available, and they need to adopt that standard integration. Apart from that, so let's say like business cannot adopt the standard integration. So in that case, what the approach they are given, that they saying that you can club your customize integration to the standard integrations, and you can release that uh, uh, functionality. Okay, so and then after they can request to the SAP that please release this functionality as a standard. So this is some approach actually. I mean, they are looking for the core clean concept, and nowadays the companies is also focusing on the core clean operations to go for either private or public. Okay, so or maybe I would say that core clean gives them a more benefit. Okay, but it is a journey that companies need to go. Okay, so So extensions means that we are also doing some codings and all that should also compliance with the core clean concepts. Okay. For example, now I would like to tell like if there is some company, they are on S4HANA, okay, and they deployed the solution as brownfield solution. So that means brownfield implementation. So there are two types of implementation. You may know in that the greenfield implementation and brownfield implementation. Do you know any difference between greenfield and brownfield implementation?
Yeah,
Greenfield
greenfield
is
means
basically where
it initially implemented the SAP systems with
Mm-hmm.
the greenfield implementation.
Yeah.
The
So
brownfield is already implemented. You need to upgrade the system. That is the brownfield.
yeah. So that means standard functionality. Brownfield, what happened? Like companies are using ECC from 10, 15 years. Okay, their processes are matured and they don't want to go with the standard functionalities. So in for them, there is a brownfield approach. Okay. Now they have implemented their brownfield solutions and all. Okay, now to come on this core clean area, these are the areas: operation, data integration, extension. So in case of this one, if you want to move to the core clean, so the companies are now forcing that we should perform the code check, okay, that is compatible for core clean concept or not. And what happened, they are changing the code. If your requirement is a small change, to meet this requirement they are doing a lot of changes, because for this code checker they will keep getting the errors and saying that what the codings that has done it is not as per the standards. Okay, so they are doing the change in the program. Slowly they are changing all the programs as and when they get the issues. Okay, and then they are trying to move on to the core clean concept. So that means their process focus is on the core clean, okay, in coming days. And the relevant certification is the CS4 EWM certification. Okay, if you are interested, maybe you can think about the certification after our course. um, Apart from that, like just I wanted to go through like we talk about the implementation, then we have kind of maintenance or support project. Okay, so uh, you all are working almost in a support projects, correct? Or you're also working in implementation project?
no it's a support.
Support project. Okay. So support project, like like how this support projects activities is carried out as a part of service delivery. Anyone, maybe if you can tell, so that everyone will be having some idea.
In support project, there is the AMS activity that is carried out. In our project, we had in snow. So basically, Andy who's raises a ticket for that system, and then we take that up. It could be classified as L1, L2, L3, or like log tasks, the incidents and the NSSRs into the service now, and we have to work upon them based upon the SLAs. So like some actually configuration, incident solving, population to business transactions, and building the system enhancement are like all part of the AMS.
Correct. As a part of a maintenance project, we are performing like incident management. I would say that you will be getting the issues, you will be solving that. Then comes to the problem management. That means some issues that are recurring issues. Okay, we are not sure about the root cause, we will be working on the problem management. And then third component is the change management. So all these things will be coming in a support projects activities. Okay, so in incident management, we are receiving the issues. Okay, let's say like if there is a EWM component. Okay, What kind of issues that we are receiving it more? Do you have any idea? If it is a decentralized systems,
The
in
queue is
decent,
stuck basically. We are not getting inbound.
correct. So basically there are queues related issues are there. Okay. So as it is a decentralized deployment, there could be a difference between two systems, and because of you will be having a lot of queues stuck into the systems either in ECC side or in EWM sides. Okay. So let's assume that you are not able to address those queues. What can happen?
That could be a discrepancy in the stocks.
That could be discrepancy in the stock. So some activities should be performed in a sequential flow, and if something is got stuck, you will not be able to deliver your materials. Okay, so there will be repercussions, there will be a lot of issues that will be facing to the business. Okay, so for that, like, we will need to do the queues resolutions in timely basis, otherwise it will create a problem. Okay, so there are certain cues that you will so there are certain actions we need to take against the queues to resolve that queues. Okay, so actually, like, you will not be solving properly 100% of the queues. There will be 10-20% of the queues wherein you need to take certain exceptions, like you need to save that queues or you need to delete that queues. Okay, so that can also happen. So those queues wherein we are not able to find out the root cause. Okay, so in that case we will be moving into the problem management. We are creating the problem tickets and we are trying to find out the root cause. Okay, root cause for recurring issues. Then comes to the change management. Change management is applicable once the root cause is known, then we are doing the changes. Okay, solution is confirmed, then for that we are going with the uh, change management. Okay, so as of now, any questions?
And then, may I know, like, why generally queues fail?
Sorry, can you come again?
Why basically queues fail?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is it feeling?
yeah. So basically, like, queues are failed. For example, you have just implemented the solution. Okay, then the master data is not maintained properly, or master data is not transferred between the systems. Okay, so in that case, that queue will be failed. So it will be because of the stock discrepancies. Maybe I will give you a little bit more clear idea on that one.
So Anand, tell me that actually which course now you provided, that EWM plus ECC or
EWM, we have embedded systems, S4 HANA embedded system.
okay.
Yeah. So regarding queues, we were talking that queues are stuck because of batch does not exist. Okay. In one system, batches exist. In other system, batches not exist. Okay. Or maybe we can say that ideally, like, user may have done the wrong transaction in either of systems. Okay. So in that case, like, at upfront we see that the batch doesn't exist. Sometimes we need to do a deep dive and we have to check with the business, like, batch doesn't exist, batches exist but it is not extended to the particular storage location, but that batch or that product is belongs to that storage location. Okay, if the raw material storage location is there and you are putting the finished material there, is it correct? So we need to check it whether that queue is relevant or not. This is the one of the reason, and after that reason, we need to take a corrective action. The other reason for the queue failure is a deficit of the stock. Then there could be some issues in the handling unit. We are having the handling units. Okay, so for example, handling unit is not available in the systems, or otherwise we have used same handling unit for the other deliveries. That errors can lead to the queue failures. Then PU order, purchase order, quantity exceeded. Okay, so there is no tolerance. They have maintained properly. Master data issue. Hello. Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Then we
Sir,
have the
what is this queue?
Prashant, na? Hmm?
Yes, sir, Prashant. What is
Uh,
queue?
Q means basically the interface is our QRFC interface. So there are two systems. Okay, either it is embedded systems or decentralized system. Decentralized system. There are two systems, two servers that we know. But embedded system also, what happened like uh, ECC and EWM components are treated like a different components, and to send the data from one component to the other component we need to do the interface that is called the QRFC. So what happen when you do your activities? Let's say you have created the purchase order, you have created the inbound delivery. Now this inbound delivery has to replicate into the EWM component or EWM decentralized system. So that data flow in real time with QRFC interface. But in case if you have any problems in the data, then the data is not, the inbound delivery is not replicated. It will go in the Q error. Okay, that we will, when we start working on the systems now, then you will be knowing it more on that one. Okay, but right now just you can assume that like some data is not maintained correctly because of a certain transaction has not performed, it is got stuck somewhere in a queues. Okay, Prashant, is it clear? And those we can check in a transaction called as SMQ2, SMQ3. Okay, these are the transactions that what we use for to monitor the queues. Okay, so monitoring of the queues is important activity, and these are the different reasons for the queues: deficit of the stock, handling unit, order, account assignment to CO object. Okay, for example, we are doing cost center consumption and that cost center has not properly mapped, or GL account is not properly done from the finance side, we would be having this kind of problem. Mandatory partner was not transmitted. For example, in one system business partner is maintained but other system is not maintained, so this kind of errors we get. Sales stock deficit, special stock, there is stock is not available. Enter shelf life expiration date. When it comes to the ECC, when we are doing the posting system check, that shelf life is expired or not. If it is expired it, so what happened, instead of completing that transaction, the transaction failed and it is stuck in queue. Then we need to go there, check what is the error, we have to rectify this one. Cannot post the goods movement for the delivery so and so because it has this block status. Then DLW, so there is some naming convention. It is started with DLW. This is mostly related to the deliveries either inbound or outbound. Then EWM stand, it is related to the internal warehouse movement. I would say that internal warehouse movements means the material moving inside the warehouse, I would say simply as of now. Then WMP, QI, and WMD delivery. So these are the different types of extensions that we see for the queues failure. Okay, this is about the queues. Okay, any other questions apart from this?
Actually, I had one doubt. You said like AWM is like actually moving to cloud now. So like
Hmm.
is SAP getting the rid of the like GUI that is there like on premises system, or it is like that, or actually it deployed over the browser or something? How is it?
Yeah, that then access will be provided by the browser itself, because it is a cloud. In that they will be, companies will decide whether he wanted to go with the private deployment or public deployment. Okay, and in case of public, the benefit will be that their systems will be properly upgraded. All the advanced functionality is available, just we need to just plug in and we need to start it. Okay, so that, and we would not be having a downtime like how we had in on premise one. In on premise, when we are deploying the solution, we need to do a regular upgrade, correct? It takes a lot of time again, so that kind of activities they need not to do. The SAP is taking care of all this activity. Okay, so
So, so basically, GUI is still not done now, correct? The GUI
sorry.
we have is
GUI, GUI,
SAP GUI.
GUI, GUI. No, but right now, uh, what we have, let me, SAP Business Client. Okay, S4 HANA, we have a SAP Business Client. We have two options: SAP Logon or SAP Business Client. So SAP is suggesting to use this SAP Business Client. It's a Fury-based application. Okay, I mean, the SAP have separate Fury apps for that one. So in that, we can open that one. We can connect to that specific systems within that Fury apps, and we can proceed further. So the Fury applications and kind of transaction, that is well supported by the SAP Business Client. Okay, okay, so for that one they are suggesting to use this one, and this still we can use it as a part of SAP S4 HANA on-premise solution. SAP Logon is there. Okay, and but now it comes to the private and public things also. So therein they will be providing some space on their infrastructure, and you will be connecting via web browser or through web browser. But again, if you want to log in, then you could have the option kind of log on pad and all those things. Okay, but SAP is suggesting us to use SAP Business Client. Okay.
Got it, Anand. Thank
Okay, so we talk about like EWM. Okay, then what is the EWM process? Like it is advanced and complex process. WM is a part of LE, wherein it is a simple process, and then company realize that they want a EWM solution. Then we have two options. Okay, what basis the companies are deciding which option is suitable for them. Okay, then I give some idea about the certifications and the current trend what we have in terms of core clean. Okay, companies are investing in that. Then implementation, to have the greenfield implementation and brownfield implementation, and support projects wherein we get the different types of tickets and we need to resolve the issues. And in case of EWM, expectation comes that we need to address the QSR on timely basis. Okay, and maybe like companies may be interested to do a proactive queue resolution as well. Okay, so this is all about some system or current uh, uh, trend information. Okay, hope it is clear. So if any questions, please free to ask. Otherwise, we can move on to the enterprise structure and the uh, warehouse structure. Okay, shall I move?
you. Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes, yes, for sure.
So basically, like as we have the EWM, so we would be having like two things we called as, one is enterprise structure. Okay, that even though it's not comes completely in our responsibility, but we should know enterprise structure. And other is warehouse structure. Okay. So interface structures, hierarchy is kind of company code. Okay. Company, then comes company code. Then below to company codes comes plant. Okay. Then comes storage location. So we are interested this storage location. We are mostly interested that, or maybe like if EWMs comes, okay, some companies wherein some consultants working on the EWM, some companies consultants also need to take care of some issues related to the ECC also. Okay, ECC. So in this case, mainly our focus will be the storage location level, that is comes below the plant, and if it is ALE, then comes like warehouse number. Okay, even in our case also the warehouse number will be coming, that will be a 3-digit. Okay, and then after we will not be having anything like storage type or something, ALE storage type, and that will be not relevant in case of storage type sections and all, that is not relevant in case of EWM integration point of view. So we will be mainly focusing on this hierarchy. Means if we know the plant and this one, we are good to know what kind of configuration is required. Okay, so in EWM comes in terms of hierarchy, in warehouse structure we will be having a warehouse, EWM warehouse. This will be a 4-digit number. Okay, alphanumerical. Then comes the storage type. Then comes storage section. Then comes the storage bin. Somebody asks like what is the higher element in the warehouse structure? That is the warehouse number. The lowest element is the storage bin. Okay, so this is the structure, warehouse structure. So in this, what we understood like that, even it is the EWM deployment, we need to create a warehouse in ECC and warehouse in EWM. So that means we need to connect this one, warehouse, ECC warehouse mapped with the EWM warehouse. This is the integration mapping of ECC warehouse with EWM warehouse, that we will be learning. Okay, how the mapping has to done. Then you might be having certain storage location is EWM managed and certain will be IM managed. Let's say you have a stock related to the low value material, you're not interested to keep that stock in warehouse management, so that will be IM managed. Okay, so you will be having the multiple storage location. Let's say like 01, 001, 1002, 1003. 1001 is EWM managed for the raw material I would call it. EWM managed for semi-finish or finish. This one is called as IM managed storage location. We need to understand like there could be certain storage location that is the IM manage also. So how we are defining that is IM manage or EWM manage, we need to check in the configurations. Okay, so that means that whenever we are performing the activities related to these storage locations, that will be relevant to the EWM one. Okay, for example, what the stock is available here, that should also reflect into the EWM also. But what will be the difference when I talk about in terms of stock? Let's take an example. We have a raw material, 10 quantity here, or 100 quantity pieces. Storage location is 1001. We'll be knowing like our stock is at the 1001 storage location, 100 quantity for this product, the raw material. Okay, in which transaction?
MMB.
So, but in case of EWM, how it is different? EWM is for the traceability, I would say that, or what we can say that we are going to find out the exact stock where it is, that one. Okay, so that means we will be having a storage bin, storage bin 01, storage bin 02. Okay, storage bin 03. This is the ECC transaction. Stock overview. Hmm? This is one of the transaction where we can check what is the stock available. Let's say we have one product. If I want to check what is the stock is available and where it is, so I will be checking in this transaction. Am I correct? We can check with MB52 also. Ananya, is it clear? Hello.
Yes.
So now I will take a one more bin.
Sir, please
Storage.
repeat this again.
Yeah, Ananya. Can you come again? You want me to explain again? Hello. Yeah, what I explained. Let's say we have a stock for the raw material. There is one raw material with us. Okay, you can take any example. So if I want to check what is the quantity available at the plant level, how we can see, it will show like 100 pieces are available. Where? At the storage location. Okay, that we can check in MMB transaction. Ananya, is it clear? Hello. Correct. So now we are checking, like in case of EWM, how this stock we find in the system. So it will be available at the storage bin level. Okay, like 25 pieces here, 25 pieces in this bin, 25 pieces in this, 25 pieces. So at the end, if it is a location is the EWM managed, what the stock is available here, it should be equal to this stock. Okay. And now let's say we have this same product, it is available in 50 pieces, storage location 1003 storage location. This storage location is IM managed storage location. That stock will not be available in EWM. Is this make sense?
Actually, Anand, I have a question.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, is the concept of quant not there in EWM?
Cont will be there in the EWM.
Quant, yeah.
Cont will be there in the EWM. So here the question is that if you maintain the stock at inventory managed storage location, okay, so that means that the storage location what we have in ECC, there are two types of storage location. It could either EWM managed storage location or inventory managed storage location. So in case my stock is 50 PC stock is there in inventory managed storage location, so that stock visibility we will be having in EWM? No,
I think we
correct?
should, right?
No, no.
Okay, okay, no.
Why? Why? Just to take an example. You have some consumable. Okay, so there is some production company is there. They have some consumables. That is very cheap cost consumables. Their company is not bothering about the stock of that product. Okay, so in that case, what is the use of EWM? Why this we need to perform a lot of activities, and we should able to know like how these consumable are moved from which storage location to which storage location, or which bin to which bin. We will be interested in that? No, correct. That is very cheap cost material. Okay, so in that case, they are keeping that stock separately from the EWM side, so that they will not focus more or put more efforts on that stock. Simply that they will be picking it from this storage location, and they are consuming it. Hello. Yeah, yeah. So what I said, we yeah, slowly. Yeah. So we have a product called as raw one is a product. We have available in 100 PC, where it is available in 1001 storage location. Okay, and if you want to see the stock in EWM, it will be available in this form. This 100 quantity will be available in some bin. That bin is, just imagine, is a SB01, SB02, SB03, SB04. Okay, for example, if you go in a grocery market, there are certain bins are available, correct? In that vegetables are there. Okay, so that bin has identified with some naming convention, so I am identifying a SB01. So when I check this 100 pieces that is available in 1001 storage location, and 1001 storage location is a EWM managed storage location, so I will get the visibility of like this: SB01, SB02, SB03, SB1, 25 quantities available. So it means that when I require the material, I will pick either from this bin or this bin. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Now it is clear.
Okay, now coming on to the second point. Raw one is the same product. It is available in 50 pieces, but right now it is available in the storage location 1003. So instead of this same material, I will make it as the other product, that is cheap product. Okay, so I will say that product is cheap, very cheap product. It's not very cost. Okay, we have a cheap product, low cost material. I will say that low cost material, to avoid the confusion. So this low cost material is available in the 50 PC, but it is available in 1003 storage location. 1003 storage location, it means it is IM managed storage location. So it is different from 1001 storage location. As a result of that, what happened in EWM, we are using the transaction SCW mon transaction to check the stock. What is the physical stock available? I will not able to find out this product stock in the system. There won't be any stock here. This no stock, because it is available at 1003 storage location, and this storage location we have not mapped with the EWM systems. Okay, so that means two things we need to do. We have to do the mapping of the warehouse, and as well as we need to do the mapping of ECC storage location with the warehouse. Okay, so these mappings we need to do it. Okay, is this clear? Any question? Yeah, I will take a pause for a minute. Maybe if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, so there is no question, correct? So our focus will be in ECC, what is my plant and what is my storage location. Okay, so for our understanding, we can take any plant. Okay, so I will call it as an EB01 plant. Okay, so this is the plant that we will be defining, and in that we will be defining our these three storage location, of which two will maintain as EWM, one we maintain as IAM storage location. So this is the ECC part that we need to take care. Okay, and EWM. Okay, so first hierarchy comes as a warehouse, correct? So what is meant by warehouse? Basically, warehouse represent a physical building or distribution center, correct? So for example, we have a warehouse in one city. Okay, so there is one warehouse we will be creating system, and we have the other warehouse in other city. We will be creating other warehouse because it is a physical building, it's separate building. We need to define the warehouse there. Okay, then comes the storage type. So basically storage type is a physical or logical subdivision of warehouse. So why we call it as the logical subdivision? We can understand, like we have a storage type. For example, we have a warehouse like that. So we can say there is a one storage type like this is a hierarch storage type. Hierarch storage type. Then we have the one storage kind of bulk storage type. We can call it bulk storage type. These are the different types of storage type. Okay, bulk storage type. Okay, there we don't have the rack kind of bulk storage type. Then we can define as a, we have one more storage type called as a drum storage type. We can define like a storage type is a drum storage type. Okay, so in this way we have a storage type, but we are calling as that is a physical or logical subdivision of the warehouse. Okay, so basically in this case is a physical subdivision, correct? What is we see we are dividing is the physically. Okay, but sometimes storage type we need to define as a logical just for the system requirement. Okay, I will give the example like for example, you have a third party warehouse because you have limited space. You are regularly moving your stock from one warehouse to the third party warehouse, and for that we have defined one storage type. Okay, as a virtual storage type somewhere like this. Okay, a staging storage type. I will call it a staging storage type. What means that the material that you wanted to move to the nearer third-party logistic like this is the third-party logistic. This logistic owned by the other company. They are providing the logistic services. So there is 3PL service provider. So what happened? Whatever the stock you wanted to transfer on regular basis, you will be first staging here, okay? And this
What
place
is
is
the 3PL service pro?
third party service provider, third party logistic service provider. So what happened? There are certain companies, okay, they are providing their space to store the material. That is a third party. It is not owned by us. Okay, that is a third party logistic. So
Okay,
whenever
sir.
you, for example, nowadays if somebody want to shift to the other place, okay, and he don't want to take a house on the rent, he will simply say his home atoms, okay, so he will transferring to the logistic. They will storing his material there. So they are providing the service of the logistic service. They are storing the materials on behalf of customer. So that is the third party logistic. Similarly, in this case also, if we have limited space, we are moving the material. So in that case, the staging type, I have mentioned that the storage type is there. This is kind of virtual storage type. Just coming here, it is loading into one vehicle, it is coming here. So as such, at any point that storage type we want to see, we can see that storage type? No, but we have created for the system requirement. Okay, so storage type is the place where we store the material. Okay, so only the point here they have mentioned the logical. Okay, why it is logical? Just I'm trying to explain you. That means as a part of warehouse structure, we require the warehouse. Below the warehouse, we need to define the storage type. Okay, then storage type is a space, okay, where we store the material. Then comes to the storage section. What is meant by storage section? Storage section is an organizational subdivision of storage type, okay, that groups together the storage bin with similar attributes. Okay, so in storage sections we can create like a storage section like for this one. Okay, we can divide into the section. Basically what we did it, storage type we have divided into these sections. Okay, so for example, this section is a fast moving section, this is called a slow moving section. Okay, accordingly we can store the material. For example, some material is regularly required, we will be storing in the section that is the fast moving material. We will not store that material in a slow moving section, correct? Or we can create a storage section, kind of general storage section. In this case we have fast and slow, or otherwise we can create a general storage section. So we saw like we have a storage type. First we have created a warehouse. Okay, so we will give the name of our warehouse same as the plant. It will be EB01 warehouse. Okay, and then we have this a storage type. Okay, so and within that we need to define the storage type. So we will be defining the storage types like ST01, ST02, ST03 storage types, and this will be divided into the section. Okay, slow or need to define. Then comes at the last like storage bin. Storage bin represent the smallest unit within a warehouse. Okay, that represent the exact location where products are stored. Okay, so basically the storage bins in which we store the material, and it is the smallest unit. Okay, and where we are storing the actual material. So we will be creating few bins also for our purpose. Okay. So this is clear, the warehouse structure in form of EWM, storage type, storage section, and storage bins.
Actually, Anand,
So
can you also
what
show us
is
how the
slow fast?
other
Yeah, one by
Is it
one,
some
please.
sort of storage section type?
Which one?
Sir, this slow fast.
Slow fast is a yes, it's kind of storage section only. Correct. So in the bin, like we will be creating the bin here, like the small bin, to for this our representation. You can understand, like we have multiple bins here. So the small these things are here like a bin. And storage sections we have defined like fast or slow moving. Okay, we have divided that storage type into the section. Okay, for example, if you go in a grocery shop uh, where we have a section for the soaps, okay, then we have a bath soap or laundry soaps, so we have divided that storage type into the sections as per the product. Correct. So that means that product we need to define with proper section, and accordingly when we do the put away, system will determine the bin relevant either in a fast or slow. Okay, this is our for our classifications we have created the sections. Okay, that makes sense.
so Anand, actually, can you show us how the like org structure from the other modules, the SD and the relate to the EWM part, and also how the actual it is designed into the warehouse.
Okay, just let me check it if I have a slide like this. Okay. Okay, see basically, okay, you can see like this is the big warehouse where we have different storage type here, storage type K, standard storage, okay, and standard storage. This is called the staging area, and these storage types belongs to different storage type role. For example, storage type here is a K, and this is the staging. That means there is a role called as D. Okay, and these are the storage types that we have created. We need to create as per the warehouse structure. Okay, for example, materials that what we are storing in this area, that will be a storage type. Okay, that is called as staging storage area. We will be defining as with special role what that storage type belongs to which storage role. And after that, when material goes to this one, then we will call as a standard storage. Okay, that means the role will be the that field, the role field, storage role field will be empty. That is called the standard storage. Okay, then we have automated warehouse. There we have to define the identification points. Okay, so in this case, we when we create the ID points, then we will be having a storage types with the identification point of the type A. okay, that we need to create this kind of storage type here in automated warehouse. And apart from that, like in EWM organization element, okay, so this is one example in VWM. In it, we have the different storage types in NV01, NV02, and NV03, NV04. And we have the storage section here in this, okay. So in that storage sections, if you look at this representation here also, like they have maintained that the storage section is a fast moving or slow moving. So they are dividing this storage type into the sections, okay. It means the physical side, okay, of that storage type, okay, as per the process they define as a fast, normal or slow storage type, okay. They can define multiple storage section, but uh, as per their requirement, normally like we will see the fast, slow or standard storage type, normal storage type. These are the three types of storage type. And then comes at the end the bin, okay. So which type of bin type is this, okay, whether it's a box, okay. So that we will be, you know, knowing with the bin type, where we are actually storage the material, that will be a storage bins here. Here at the end comes the storage bin. And then comes the activity area. Basically, what is meant by activity area? Activity area is the area where we are performing the different activities. What are the activities we are performing in the warehouse? We will be either doing the put away or picking of the material. These are the activities that we are performing. Along with that, we are doing the internal material movements or physical inventory. Okay. So what happened in activity area? We club that activities. Okay. So we are clubbing the, basically at the end we are clubbing the storage bins, okay, as per the activity area. So basically we are defining that particular bin is belongs to which activity, picking, put away, or it is related to the physical inventory. For example, if you want to do the physical inventory also, the relevant activity area should be there for the physical inventory. What is the configurations and all required, I will be letting you know. Okay. So this is the organization element of the EWM. And on the left side, like we see like company code, plan, storage location, and this storage location and assigned to this warehouse number, and this warehouse number is mapped with this EWM warehouse number. Okay. And the further things like storage types or storage section, storage bin of the LEWM is not relevant. Okay, these are not relevant. This is the normal WM structure. So here in this slide, we will understand what is the difference between WM and EWM structure. Correct?
Okay.
Okay. Then again on this layout kind of things, for example, there is a door when material where the vehicle comes to this door. Okay. Then once material comes here, we stage the material, that is
Sir,
called.
sir,
Hello.
please explain the difference between EWM and WM.
Yeah. So basically in EWM, we have the hierarchy kind of company code, plant, storage location. Below storage location, this warehouse structure comes. Okay. In that we have warehouse number. Okay. And the other parts like storage type, storage section, storage bin, that is related to the WM. Okay. That is called LEWM. Okay, this is not relevant. Okay, this is not relevant. Only what we will do, we refer this warehouse number JK1, and this JK1 belongs to which EWM warehouse we will define. Okay, this JK1 is belongs to this warehouse. So as a result of this one, this warehouse, all the storage bin, the relevant storage bin comes under this warehouse, it's become relevant for this EWM warehouse management. Okay, and this EWM warehouse management, we have NV01, NV02, NV03, NV04. This may be kind of equivalent to your storage location. Okay, we can define this as an equivalent to the storage location. That means that whatever the stock, the consolidated stock available in this storage type, that is equivalent to SL01 storage location stock. Okay, so apart from the storage location, we can have a general storage type also. What is meant by general storage types? Okay, where we are keeping the stock temporarily. For example, we have a storage type for the staging. Staging means what? We are keeping the stock for some time. Okay, that is called the staging. So that is not connected to anything kind of storage location. Okay, that is a temporary storage. Okay, that is called a temporary storage. That is the type of storage type. Okay, then we have some storage type for the work center. For example, there is a work center where we are doing a packing or value added activities. Okay, so then apart from that, we saw like different types of storage type also, identification point storage type also we have. Okay, so this comes under the EWM warehouse. Okay, and then as a part of hierarchy, we also need to define the storage section. Okay, storage section basically is a physical or logical subdivision of the warehouse. Okay, subdivision of the storage type, not warehouse, is a subdivision of the storage types that groups together the storage bin with the similar attributes. For example, let's say this is the left side, this is the fast moving storage section, means it will club the storage bins together, belongs to this storage section. Okay, and if it is slow, it means that there will be certain bins in that area that belongs to that slow moving section. And then at the end comes the storage bin where we actually store the material. Okay, okay, for example, like what I explained you, like we have NV01, this is called a NV01. Okay, and this is NVWM. I will make it as a NVWM. So this is my NVWM has my warehouse. Okay, and in this warehouse I have one, no, not this, one, two, three, four storage type. Okay, one of the storage type is NV01, and in NV01 we have this section fast, normal, slow. So I made these two sections for the example. This is the fast and the other one is a slow section. Okay, and in these sections we have the bins. Okay, storage bin SB01, SB02, different bins. Okay, so when I require the materials, or if I want to store the materials, I will be putting this material at this particular bin or this bin. So at the end, when I want to see the stock, I will be looking at the storage bin level. This is the lowest element in the warehouse structure where we store the material. There I can find the stock. Okay, so is this clear with respect to this representation and this example? That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we will do, if we don't have any question, simply we will try to see, like if we have certain warehouse. Okay, so how to figure out, like let's say JN02 warehouse. I wanted to see in a system this JN warehouse. What is the plant? what is the storage types we have for this one? First I wanted to know what is the plant belongs to this, what is the storage locations in ECC, and I wanted to know from this warehouse uh, what are the storage types comes under this storage, this one storage types, what are the stores, then what is the storage section we have, what are the bins we have in this warehouse. So I will show you how to find out this one. Okay, we have a server, test server. We are opening via this MSTSC prompt. In MSTSC we have this computer. Probably you will get it soon. I'm not sure whether you got access or not. Have you got access? Hello.
No, no, we are not get the access.
So we will be accessing the system like this, and then I'm comfortable with the SAP GUI, so I will access this one, or we can go like this also. Let's see. I have not tried. Let's see what happens. Double click. Okay. Do you want a break for 5 minutes, or we can continue? Hello.
Okay, continue.
So we are trying to. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir,
Hello.
how long will the class go on?
So almost 20 minutes. Is it fine?
So actually, we had a shift tomorrow, morning 6.
Okay. So what time you will be having that shift?
Uh, Tomorrow at 6 a.m. we have to leave for our work. Sir. That's right.
May I know who is speaking?
Okay.
Sorry, Prashant or Chandra? Who is speaking?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Prashant, tell me.
Actually, sir, we have to leave for shift tomorrow at 6 a.m.
In morning
That's
you are going in. Okay. So it is late for you. Okay. So Sunday you are working,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Okay. Fine. So if we can, tomorrow 9 o'clock is fine, correct? How about tomorrow then? How much time you are expecting, Prashant? 1 hour or 2 hour? Because what we discuss with Sahil, you and Ananya and Chandra, I think we can discuss, like we have decided
Yes, sir.
that 2 hour classes, correct?
Yes, yes, correct.
Weekend. So
Right.
So Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours, 9 to 11, right?
yeah, 9 to
11.
9 to 11. Or now Prashant is going in a shift.
Okay.
So if we want to pre-front for 8 also, it
Oh, okay,
should be
no
fine.
problem. I also no problem.
Now,
It's fine.
so you are fine. So what
Sir,
about
8 p.m. is fine.
Sorry, Ananya?
Sir, 8 p.m. is fine for me also.
You also.
8 to
Prashant
10.
also. So that Prashant, is it fine for you?
Yes, sir. 8 p.m.
is fine for me also.
8 p.m. is a fine for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then now it is late and today is our first session. I think we can stop here. Okay. And tomorrow we will